Tornado emergencies are a rare alert reserved for violent tornadoes causing damage heading toward populated areas. I talked to the two National Weather Service meteorologists who are responsible for tracking that storm through Cole County.
Folks, I need you in those safe places right now. 11:50, it's going to be on top of you within the next 10 minutes. And just checking with the National Weather Service chat, they have actually upgraded this tornado warning. They said it's observed, it's on the ground, it is doing damage, and it is bearing down on Jefferson City.
It's a call to action no meteorologist ever wants to communicate. The first ever tornado emergency issued by the National Weather Service in St. Louis as an EF3 tornado tore through the capital city just before midnight.
I remember it being hard. I mean, we knew there was a strong tornado on the ground. We knew we had debris up to 15-ish thousand feet, and we knew where it was going. So, you know, the fear of loss of life was real. So, I mean, that was on our minds as well.
Doug Tilley and Jason Goslin were manning the radar that night and had to quickly coordinate with the rest of the office staff to upgrade the warning to an emergency after the initial warning for Cole County came out about a half an hour prior.
The second tornado warning seems to have been what got people to act. Sounding the sirens the second time, that's when a lot of people said, you know, hey, this one needs business, and that's when they took shelter, and hopefully through that we managed to save some lives.
The nighttime factor can make messaging even harder and even more life-threatening. Dr. Stephen Strader, a professor at Villanova University, shares alarming data showing that while daytime tornado deaths are decreasing due to better warnings, radar data, building codes, and social media, the number of nighttime fatalities continues to go up.
We're not really seeing a huge difference in the number of people killed, but we're seeing more people, a bit greater proportion of people killed during these nocturnal time periods. And that's mostly attributed to overnight tornadoes, which are tornadoes that occur from midnight to sunrise when we're sleeping. And those, since about 1900, deaths have quadrupled.
40% of all tornadoes in Missouri happened at night between 1950 and 2019. The number of days that are favorable for tornadoes also continues to increase in our region, with about 2 to 3 more tornado days per year since 1979. Your risk of being impacted by a tornado changes from day to night, as most of us are working somewhere during the day that is separate from our home, and we're asleep during some of these intense severe storms. National Weather Service Warning Coordination meteorologist Kevin Deitch says NOAA is looking into the best ways to balance out severe weather warning lead time. What is the research saying about like a social response to longer warnings versus, you know, the average lead time? Are people actually taking shelter 40 minutes before it arrives?
That's something we're really kind of discussing still. What is that balance? You know, hospitals, for instance, they would love an hour of lead time, right? You know, if they have to move patients. But Joe Schmo with their basement, you know, right next to, you know, 5 steps away, they probably don't need much lead time at all. And so striking that balance is really challenging and something that we're kind of doing research on. One thing that's in the works from the Weather Service is what we call kind of probabilistic warnings. So as a storm approaches an area, your probability of a tornado might increase. And so maybe a hospital's probability, maybe they act at a 20% chance of a tornado, whereas someone where their basement's 5 steps away, maybe they would act at an 80% chance. So that's something we're looking into, some research going into that. But yeah, trying to strike that balance is certainly a challenge.
Since 2019, the National Weather Service in St. Louis has only issued one other tornado emergency, and that was for a storm that moved through Chester, Illinois in October 2021. Since these alerts became official in 1999, there have only been 18 issued in Missouri. The last one in mid-Missouri was for tornadoes that struck Pettis County in March 2006.